My name is Tianchen, and I'm from CMU, and I'm speaking on behalf of our Dialogue Research Center at LTI at CMU. And today I'm going to talk about how to using Dialport to collecting children's speech. So first of all, what is Dialport? Dialport is a NASA-funded project to collecting dialogue data for the academia communities. And basically, it's a platform that, in the center, it's a big box here that is a platform that can aggregate different dialogue systems into one powerful system. And the user can talk to all those systems through a single interface. And there is an interface support different platforms, such as we have web interface, we have Facebook Messenger, and many other also possibly smartphone apps. And in the backend, actually, the user is talking to many different systems, hosting in different universities from different places in the world. So far, we have CMU system, Cambridge system, and USC system, and also the UCSC Slackbot is in the progress of integrating into Dialport. And so what we're solving is we solve the problem of collecting data for academia communities, and we basically providing two things. We're providing an interface because that's really difficult to build. So in this interface have speech recognition, TTS, and also we have providing a multi-turn dialogue manager that can basically having conversation with user and figure out what the user wants, and then transfer the user to one of the backend agents that can match the user's need. So here is a small video, and I think a demo was more than 1,000 words, just so you can have a better idea about what's Dialport.
My name is Skylar, a chatty agent who gives you a lot of information about the topics you see above. I represent several universities working in this area and have the support of the National Science Foundation. By using me, you are helping to make spoken dialogue systems better for everyone. Thank you for chatting with me. How may I help you?
What's the weather in Pittsburgh tonight?
The weather for Pittsburgh tonight will be mostly cloudy with a temperature of 36 degrees. How can I help you?
Can you find me a restaurant?
What kind of restaurants are you looking for?
French food.
Legume is a good restaurant in Pittsburgh. It serves French food. It has a rating of 4.5. Its address is 214 North Craig Street. Do you want to hear a review about this restaurant?
No thanks. How about a restaurant in New York?
Boucherie is a good choice in New York. It has a rating of 4.5 and its address is 99 7th Avenue, South. Do you want to hear a review about this restaurant?
No thanks. They have outdoor seating. What's the weather going to be tonight?
The weather for tonight will be clear with a temperature of 43 degrees. What would you like to talk about?
How many restaurants are there in New York?
The New York City Department of Health lists more than 20,000 restaurants on the Restaurant Inspection Information website. What would you like to talk about?
Yeah, so I can see this conversation shows a few features of Dialport. First of all, the dialogue is actually powered by 3 different systems, as we shown. There's a restaurant system, there's a weather system, and also in the end, there's a question answering system, all hosted in different places, and they are all seamlessly combined into one system. And the user, if I don't tell them, they think that it's actually talking to a system with 3 functionalities. And the second about the other feature is the Dialport itself can carry out multi-turn conversation and keep the context over different terms. So it knows how to switch between different systems and keeping the context and still remember the location or the day, the time that the user is interested, even if switching to different system. Okay, so now we have a basic idea about Dialport, and now let's go to children's speech. So collecting high-quality children's speech in conversation is a very important data set, but it's also quite challenging. Especially in the US, there's a strong regulations for research lab to collecting children data. So there's a strong regulation on how one can record children's speech, and also there who can enter the school to record children, and also the regulation on what kind of material the children can read as a part of data set. So it's to have permission for all of those. Usually there's a lot of paperwork and a lot of complications. So in the past, the Dialogue Research Center has a solution for this, which we call the MOM solution. So what we did is we hire mothers to recording their own children's speech. And surprisingly, the results was very good. The reason that we think why that. So first of all, mom are very meticulous and they're very careful and very much to details. And then second of all, mom can't enter school with their children. They have no permission for mom to enter school. And also, they are very sensitive about what kind of material their own children can read. So if there's actually something bad in the reading material, they will stop their children from reading them. And next one is, they are also very picky about the quality of speech. If the children record a sentence and actually their speech is not that good, and they will ask their own children to record speech again. And also, to record children, there are two levels of IRB permissions. First of all, we need permission from parents, and because we're directly working with the parents, we already have that permission. Second of all, we need IRB permission from the children. And children, especially young kids, are not so easy to talk to. It's quite difficult to convince them to give you permission as they're strangers. But their parents are the best person to do that. They know how to convince their own children to give you the IRB permission. Now I want to talk about how can Dialport help in this case, and how to combine the current project that we're working on and the past solution we did. So Dialport essentially is a cross-platform, universally accessible interface for anyone to talking to a dialogue system hosting in anywhere else in the world. And so we have this very good pipeline for talking to a system, and the MOM solution can be carried out more efficiently by combining it with the Dialport. So here is an example procedure of doing this. So for example, you have a dialogue system and you deploy the system, you integrate the system, become a part of Dialport. And then you can hire some mothers to record their own children. And the mother can simply just let their children to open an iPhone app or go to the website and let the children talking to your system through the Dialport interface. And the data is automatically, both speech data and the text data from the ASR are automatically stored in the database and become a part of your corpus. And currently, the Dialport follows this hierarchy. So there's two branches. So the bottom one is the developer branch, where if you have a system, you can just contact us and become a part of the developer branch. There's no permission required, and you can play around with the system and test if it works or not, and doing some robust testing. And whenever you have your IRB permission, you can be pushed. And also after you're being tested, that means that your system is working properly, you can be pushed to the master branch. And this master branch is public facing, so you can let real users or paid users from such as Amazon Mechanical Turks to talk to your system through the master branch. So if we want to doing this using Dialport for children's speech, we will actually create a new branch that's dedicated for children. And because, as I learned from today's talk, so collecting children's speech, there's many different requirements, such as maybe there are different optimization needed, maybe there needs to be virtual avatar, maybe there are other special requirements. So actually we'll create a special branches for collecting children's speech. And also in this way, we can isolate this children's branch from the master branch, so we can have a much better control about what kind of system is being pushed to this children branch. I want to make a call for support. So first of all, because making a dedicated branch for children's speech can be very effective in collecting speech, but also it requires significant effort because we need to create a whole new branch of speech. And so that we can apply for funding together to support the construction of the maintenance of this Dialport kits, which is a specialized version of Dialport that's dedicated for collecting children's speech.